Hello everybody, we are here again, back on the Hermitcraft server, sitting between a whole bunch of portals. It is absolutely crazy, and I want to start off by telling you guys, do you remember that problem that we were having with this occasional glass block here that would disappear? Well, someone in the comments informed me that what happens is when we move forward through these blocks, the anti-X-ray thing kicks in, so it's going to occasionally pick the block that the player's in as it moves through, and it's going to stop it from being a block that you can use to X-ray. So that means that it's going to display the texture of that block inside of it, and that's why it sometimes looks when we're going through here like there is a glass block missing. So that one has been solved, which is awesome. Let's get out of here. We're not going to spend too much time, and right as we're talking about it, I think it just happened as well actually. Let's go back up and have a closer look at it. Today we are not going to be spending a lot of time over here at the gold farm. I got a little bit of talking to do at the beginning of this episode, some things I want to tell you about. So the game checked that block, it's still there as we went through it, and then it displayed the texture on the inside, which is what we can see, and it just looks a little bit odd. I thought it disappeared there for a second because it's glass and it's transparent as it is. So anyway, these two things that I want to talk about first of all, the UHC box and also the teaser for UHC. Yes, Season 2 has started. It is going to be an excellent season. Of course, I can't give you any spoilers, but it really turned out to be a great game of UHC. So the UHC box is what we played it on. Be sure to go and check out that video. That is a huge project that Jerry Brano put together. It is basically a vanilla command block center for controlling a game of UHC, which is actually a really big deal. It can even generate the world for you that you're in by teleporting the player around, which is just fantastic. So be sure to go and check that out if you haven't already seen it. And the other video on the screen is the Hermitcraft Piglet Smash. That is of course just a little bit of fun that we had, an idea. I had to make a little teaser video for UHC as well. So there is no Piglet Smash, that was just kind of a joke more than anything. Anyway, let's go and have a look at what I've been doing in between episodes, because I keep changing my mind about what to do here, and then I decided, okay, we're going to do a normal item filter, but the thing is, 4 different item types come through here. We have the rotted flesh, we have the golden nuggets, and then we have the feathers and chicken. So what I created up here, and I do not have a lot of items on me, do I? Let's just throw that forward a little bit. What we have right here, let's wait to land, there we go, is the items coming up in the middle, and then like a rotation, so you can see it goes around like this, and it goes all the way around, and it loops back round on itself. Now my reasoning for doing it like this is because I wanted something symmetrical. Again, I just have so many thoughts and ideas, I don't think I even know what I want half the time, but I am happy with how this turned out. So those items are going to rotate in a circle. Now on this side we're going to pick up the golden nuggets, on that side we are going to pick up the rotted flesh, and then the feathers and chicken, well, they're just going to continue going around in a circle, and eventually they will despawn, which I am not worried about at all. In fact, that's one of the reasons I like this so much. So we have a basic item filter over here. You've seen this probably more times than you can count, so I'm not going to explain that. And the items at the moment just go over here, and this has kind of been put together really quickly. So on this side it's probably okay for a while, but on the other side the rotted flesh is slowly filling up. Last time I checked it was around here, and now it's into this chest, and soon it's going to back up, and when it does that it kind of breaks the item filter and you have to reset it. So one thing I want to do before we leave this place is actually just expand the storage on either side, so it has a larger capacity, although now that I say that I don't think we really need it on this side over here at all. But the problem is right now that we are just running out of space to put the rotted flesh, and as I say it, I realise that expanding it on this side probably isn't the right thing to do either, because eventually we're going to have a villager that will stand here and we'll be able to trade with him and then get rid of all of the rotted flesh, the same way that we're taking all of the gold ingots, gold nuggets even, that go into these chests. So there's one in there, and that one there's filling up. Okay, I don't know how that one or two even got down there. I guess a whole bunch of nuggets going through at the same time. Maybe they just move on to the next hopper before getting picked up by this one. So I'm losing my train of thought here a little bit. We're not going to build anything bigger. We're just going to automate the storage on this side so that all of those hoppers will lead down into these chests here, even though they are already full, because eventually we'll just be trading that with villagers. And as you can see, I've got some more chests that I've been filling up with rotted flesh. So another thing that we are definitely going to need before 1.8 arrives is some more places to store the rotted flesh. So I think I'm just going to set that up quickly, we'll have a look at it, and then we will move out of this place. And it is done. It did not take too much time at all, but I've actually had a break from playing Minecraft. I've been doing a lot of AFKing though, and a couple of days has passed by since I last recorded. So now over on this side the chain is hooked up to those chests. There's hoppers under here. There's really not too much more to say about it. And before we leave this place, we should go and have a look at the amount of gold that we have down here. We almost have half a double chest, or a full chest's worth of gold blocks, and that is awesome. That is all legitimate, and that is all because of this farm right here, and I am very much interested in expanding this thing and making the rate of gold coming in here even faster. But to do that, we've obviously got to get some more obsidian, so we're going to head over to the 1.7 area. And as we're on our way over there, I should also tell you that I haven't been replying to comments that much lately. The reason why, because every time I try and reply to a comment, YouTube tells me to sign in, and there is that hideous sound. By the way, if you can hear me over the top of that, I probably turned it down with my editing. I changed this up here. I changed the way it was working because it kept backing up, and now it doesn't back up at all, which is pretty cool. And I've got to empty that chest, but we'll do that another time. We need to head over to the 1.7 area. So yeah, I'm unable to reply to comments. It just tells me to sign in. I click on the sign in link, I sign in, and then when I go and comment, it just tells me to do the same thing again. So at the moment I'm unable to reply to any comments on videos, which is really quite annoying because I do like to sit down and reply to them after they've gone out. So we have arrived. Let's go have a look at how much obsidian we have. This thing looks really silly. I do like it. So that is a fair bit of obsidian right there. Let's group all of that up. That is 1, 2 and a bit stacks. Okay, I think for each set of portals we need, let me just do the math quickly in my head, a lot more than this. I think we need like maybe 8 stacks of obsidian to add 1 extra portal, so that has definitely helped. However, how much obsidian do I want to mine? I might have to lower the price and maybe encourage some people to come here and buy some more of this, but there is plenty of gold there for now. Anyway, I think it's time for us to move on. We're going to head back over to the wastelands and do a little bit of work over there, but first of all I'm going to tell you about what I plan to do in the next couple of videos, and I'm going to wander around and just see if anything's been going on around here while we do that. So I want to do a Q&A. Now I have been thinking for a long time I'd really like to do a Q&A episode, you know, do some caving and just answer some questions that all of you have, because I get a lot of questions in the comments and I tend to reply to them there. But I know a lot of people don't leave comments, and sometimes if one person asks a question, you know, a lot of people might be interested in that answer. So I felt like doing a Q&A. So your thing to do right now, so what I want you guys to do is to go to Twitter or to go to the comments of this video and just ask me questions. I'll be looking at those 2 places, and then I'll compile a list of questions and I'll put them all together and we'll do 1 or 2 Q&A videos. Now, I don't think I've ever done one of these before. I did a caving episode a long time ago on the old Hermitcraft map, which I answered some questions, talked a little bit about various things. I've done that before, but never a proper Q&A, and this is actually something that I've been meaning to do for like, I don't know, maybe half a year, something like that, and I've just been thinking, oh, I'll do it next week, I'll do it the week after that, and there really is going to be no good time, no better time than now. So I thought, right, let's do this. So go to Twitter, go to the comments of this video, ask me any questions, and I'll get all of those prepared for a episode. And yes, it will just be a regular Q&A episode. I'll probably go and do some caving because I need to do some in the Wastelands area, which I guess I'll explain in a little bit because we're going to be heading back over there. We're going to be taking down the sugarcane farm that we have. That is our last job to be done before the Wastelands is complete. So I guess I'll meet you back over there. We're back at the Wastelands. This is a pretty normal sight actually, after you've slept in the bed and made it daytime. I had to remove this little bit here. I'm not used to that. This is the last job that we have to do. Once we've done that over there and turned it into the Wastelands, we can put this back and we'll never really need to hop outside into that area again, which is cool. I like that little thing there. So yeah, we've got to take down this farm over here, and it's actually quite big. And I've been thinking that I want to do a time lapse of this. I do enjoy making the time lapses, and yeah, it just seemed like the right thing to do. Anyway, now that we're over here, we can see that it is actually really quite big. It goes all the way down there, and it's a fair bit wide as well. So there is really quite a bit of work to be done here, isn't there? I think the first thing that I'm going to do is go and grab a load of chests, because these sugarcane will be able to fill it up, and then there's a whole bunch of carpets to pick up, and then we want to keep all of the sand and sandstone, so I will go grab some chests. But what we're going to do is a time lapse. I don't know what song I'm going to pick yet. It will probably be a Jotan song. And if you like the music on the intro and in these videos, be sure to look in the description box and go and check out the guy who makes the music. He has made loads of albums which you can download for free, and they are just fantastic. And you know what? I have been using them for so long and I barely talk about his music. I absolutely love it. He does Jotan and Lord Leviticus, which I used to use some music from that a long time ago. And yeah, I would just recommend going down to the description box, checking those out. And I have no chest, so I'm going to have to craft some. But yeah, he's a really cool guy, and his music's free, so you've got nothing to lose. So I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Do you want to know why I hope you enjoyed it? Because I haven't even seen it yet. That was actually a lot longer to do than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of one of those things where as I started working on it, it became clearer and clearer that this is going to take me a long time to do. And actually I have 110 gigabytes of video files to go through and turn into a time lapse, but I think it will turn out good. Obviously you've already seen it, so that will sound a little bit strange. But one of the things I haven't really thought about is what was going to be left over, and you can see we're left with all of this, and it needs to be converted into the wastelands, and I know that takes quite some time, and there is a fair amount of work to do around here. However, it's this side over here where there's more sandstone. That's the stuff that doesn't take quite as long, and that's the majority of it as well, so I don't think it will be too long before the rest of this is now done. Also, there are some netherrack markers over here. You may have noticed these in the videos. I don't think I've seen anyone comment about them or ask what they are. But basically, there were some caves around here, and I had some ideas thinking maybe we could do something with this and tie it into the wastelands a little more. But that was a long time ago, and I couldn't really remember what it was I wanted to do. So another little job we have to do over here is just cover up the entrances to those. You can see there is some more caves around here, which is why I've left those markers there. So not much work to do now. Well, actually quite a bit, but we're almost there. This is actually going to take me a long time, so I better crack on with it. Ah, look at this little guy. He's having a party. I think he really likes the arrow he's got there, and he just can't stop running around dancing. I think I saw another one around here as well. And we're probably going to disturb this guy if we walk into him, but let's do it. Yep, ow, ow. And now he's free. Or are you going to stay in there? Where's he going? He's in a hole again. Back to his usual tricks. And that, my friends, is it. We are done. The Wastelands is finished. That is insane. We should go find another desert and build another one. Of course not. That would be insanity, as if this wasn't insane enough already. We actually have one last little thing here to do. That is to just move the contents of these chests back over to our base. And you can guess what this is. This is all of the leftover stuff from where we have dismantled the sugarcane farm. So I'm going to move that back. That shouldn't take me too long at all. Just a couple of trips back and forth. And I need to pick up some more ender pearls to do that. I should fill up my inventory before I leave. And also fill up this inventory as well. Yeah, so this shouldn't take too long. So now that the Wastelands is finished, there is another phase to this project. You see, I always wanted this area to be inhabited by lots of mobs, and I realised that once we cave up all the area underneath, then the best place for them to spawn is at night on the surface up here, which is why I want to get started on the caving, and that's why it ties in nicely with doing the Q&A. So do remember to tweet or leave a comment and send me a question, and I'll pick out the ones that I want to answer. And by the way, my comments are now fixed. I logged out completely and logged back in rather than doing Google's login when you're already logged in weirdness, whatever that is, and it fixed it, so I can now comment again on the videos, and hopefully I'll remember that for the next time that it happens as well. But that is actually going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter than usual. I've just kind of run out of time. There appears to be some light coming from over there. There's actually a pathway that leads all the way down, so we need to block that off as well. And so I can't think of anything else there was that I was supposed to say. Remember to check out those UHC links in the description box, and also the first episode of the UHC as well. It's going to be a really good season. That's all I can tell you at the moment. We'll talk about that more as the episodes come out in future episodes of Hermitcraft. But that is going to be it for this one. So as always, if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like. It will always be appreciated. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.